Hello, how are we all doing? I have rested up. Basically today, what I thought we would do is just go over everything. Do a little recap of the cyclothon, talk about all the behind the scenes stuff, all the prep. Well, who knew? The key to raising $1 million is promising Final Fantasy fans you'll play it. But yeah, no, I mean, obviously it was a crazy cyclothon. Very different from the other two we've done. I think this one had a different feel to it. I think 2 weeks definitely helped with that. I think the extra days, you know, the cyclothon one was 7 days, cyclothon 2 was 9, this one was 14. I think that 2 week period was enough for everyone to get really invested in it. This one, from my perspective, was like, now 1 month. Okay, that might... That's maybe a little much. Everyone's reactions have been very different from the previous cyclothon. Also, it was weird looking at my PC screens. I sat down yesterday and I booted up my PC and I was like, this is how like my parents must feel whenever they start the laptop up. It was nice to be outside every day for 2 weeks. Did I sleep okay? Not really. The first day I kept having nightmares that I was live. Both nights I've had nightmares, not nightmares, but like stressful dreams, because I thought I was streaming. I am live now. Maybe this is a part of the dream. Cyclothon 3, it's crazy. I mean, I will admit there was like one part of me that really wanted to raise $1 million, but I didn't think it was like gonna happen, you know, because every day I would see the donation amount. So I was like, okay, know that like on average we raised around $50,000 every day, which is amazing. And I thought, well, okay, the last day people always donate a lot. I didn't expect it to be 300 something thousand. People went crazy. My honest goal for this cyclothon was 750. I thought that was what we should be getting, but I always knew that halfway through cyclothons in the past, there'd be like a dip, like viewership would dip. I kind of expected that to happen. We did get like a little bit of a dip halfway through, which is normal because it's a long event. The viewership this year was definitely higher. I gained 55,000 followers during this cyclothon. Hi there, sorry to interrupt me. I'm here to tell you about this video's sponsor, Apari, an artist-owned apparel brand that makes the best clothes I've ever worn. If you love amazing quality fabrics and anime-inspired artwork, you are going to need Apari. And obviously, we're all familiar with Apari because I wear their clothes all the damn time, and there's a good reason. The quality of this stuff is amazing, and it is by far the best clothes that I own. In fact, let me correct my mistake of not wearing Apari right now. Already feeling so much better. Thank you, Apari. And as anyone who owns this shirt will tell you, it is extremely comfortable, and there's a reason why I wear it all the time, just like all of the Apari merch. And honestly, this shirt does their lineup a disservice because their stuff is just so cool. And throughout the year, Apari launches seasonal apparel collections and collaborations throughout the year. So don't miss out because when it's gone, it's gone. And the clothes feature an array of soft, breathable, and durable fabrics such as linen, wool, and cotton. And a ton of the merch is either embroidered, woven, or knitted. It is literally no reason not to buy Apari right now. And if you want sneak peeks of the upcoming amazing clothes, don't follow them at Apari Art on Instagram and Twitter, or sign up to their newsletter at apari-shop.com. Thank you so much to Apari for sponsoring this video. I love your clothes. I will never stop wearing them. Thank you. Back to me. This is average viewers, so not the peak of each day. But you can see day one, we had like an average of 27, which is crazy. Because I think, if my memory serves me correct, it was around 20 to 22. And the reason why I'm talking about this, because, you know, I'm a streamer. People normally feel like an event was bigger. Happy to tell people that, hey, yeah, look, more people were more interested this year in it. Chat, that's how big we are. That's how big you are, chat. And then you can see the Pewd spike on day 5. But we also were on the front page of Twitch in certain regions on day 5. Before we did this, they asked me, hey, is there any days that you think would be interesting? We can only put you on the front page like 3 times. And I was like, okay, well, the start, the end, and probably when Felix joins, people are going to be really excited about. So the lowest average view count was day 12. Which makes sense because I felt like day 12, I was a bad day for me as well. That was the day I was really struggling. But as you can see, generally what ends up happening in the cyclothons is every single day people get less interested. Well, not less interested, but they don't feel as necessary to watch. And then the last day everyone comes back because everyone wants to see it end. From every single metric, basically is what I'm trying to say is that Cyclothon 3 was bigger and more watched and people liked it. It seemed, I feel like, more than any other cyclothon. There was actually a few things that I wanted to do that I've wanted to do for a while. I've really wanted to do a kayaking stream. I don't know why. I've always really loved kayaking and I really want to do a kayak stream. So I think it'd be so cool. I promise I just need to actually plan out a route that has signal. I just think it'd be fun. And then another big change, obviously, this year was guests. And we knew that if it was going to be 2 weeks, we wanted to have people join us. I think just us two being alone for too long can get stale. A quick apology for suggesting you use him to get out of the wind. The physical effort is obvious. The mental fortitude, considered was legendary. I think it was also helpful that the guests, I felt, gave a good perspective of how horrible it is for us when you see Felix, who is absolutely in shape, and then day 2, he's just having a hard time. He's just not having fun. It's like, it doesn't matter how fit you are. Your body just doesn't want to keep doing that. But we just keep doing it, you know? How do my legs feel? They're still stiff, but I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Felix's first day was just flat, beautiful weather, and it was so easy to talk. And Gantz was just like, depression. Keep cycling, get up a big hill. But yeah, anyway, so the planning aspect started like way back. I think even like right at the end of last year, where I just kind of asked everyone, I was like, is everyone down for Cyclothon 2? I think that we should do the biggest one we've done, and let's do it. Let's just say 2 weeks. I think it'll take around 2 weeks to go from one end of Japan to the other end, Tokyo. The whole idea I wanted is that I felt Cyclothon 1 and 2, although the endings I think were fun, we got to like, you know, we went to McDonald's tonight. I felt like we needed something big. So originally we were toying with a few ideas. Sorry, Cyclothon 3. The brain's fried. I really wanted to have something at the end that was like a big celebration. I didn't know what the end was going to be. For like a long time, we were like just thinking like, I don't know, Yoyogi Park. We'll just tell people to turn up. Then after a while, I was like, maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe just telling a ton of people to turn up at a place without like any like staff or coordination is not a great idea. But I asked the guys, I was like, is everyone down? I should do 2 weeks and then just leave like a day or 2 on the end if we need to move it. And everyone's like, okay, we're all going to lock it in. So we did that. And then about like a month later, I was like, all right, I'm going to start planning the route. I spoke to Ian as well. And you know, Ian's role is so vast in the cyclothons. Without Ian, none of this works. Ian is the absolute like the backbone of a lot of the planning. Me and Ian both independently planned like what would like a route look like. So we both went to Google Maps and we both came to each other and both said, all right, this is what we would do. And we both almost had the exact same like route, except 1 or 2 differences. Once we had the route in mind, then it's like, okay, now we got to start thinking, how many people do we want? It's kind of hard because you want to start like booking things, but you like really need to make sure like everything is like in line. Because, you know, the way we do things over here is kind of a bit different from like the LA big production scene. There's like a bunch of us and we just kind of pray we're doing stuff and that everyone's going to be useful. And one big change that we did this year from the other cyclothons is that we had another support car. So we had 2 cars with us, which seems totally excessive. And when I pitched this to the guys, they were like, why? Why do we need 2 cars? And I was like, no, trust me. Because I think it's a great idea. Because the worst part about this cyclothon is not having like this annoying ass, my legs being in pain 24/7. It's not that, you know, it rains some days. It's that after every single day in the previous cyclothons, we have to go to the hotel. They would ask us for our Zaru card. We have to sit there for like 30 minutes filling in this paperwork. And it'd just be a whole mess. It's just so annoying because you're like, I've just been streaming for 9 hours. My legs are in pain. And now I got to sit here in a hotel lobby checking in. And like every single day I have to do this. And I just want to relax. I just want to chill out. So the other car would always go ahead and like check us all into our rooms, would get everything, take a lot of the stress off Ian and the van gang. If we needed lunch, they would go ahead and make sure that it was available so that we could just go there on stream. We're not just like sitting in a waiting room for 30 minutes and that so everything goes smoothly. But anyway, so we had the other car, which was Nabi in the first half, and then Nabi had to go. So then it was some other geek staff, Kai and Eula. And so it all like kind of worked out nicely. Every single day I got extra time to myself. Obviously there's a need to feel like, okay, are we being too excessive here? But I think when you're streaming, especially to a lot of people, anything that can save you and chat's time is worth money, because I don't want chat to be like watching us sit down while we wait to get in a restaurant or something, right? Or stuff like that. It's like we just want everything to go fast to get it done. You should look up as if not a rainy day. I mean, we were looking at the weather and it was kind of scary because before we went, I think it was like scheduled rain for like a week. And then afterwards, it was fine. Luckily, it kind of went okay. Every single day after stream, I would shower immediately, get all the sunscreen off, all the dirt, and I would just put everything on charge. Like so many things had to go on charge. And like we would have like a backup of everything. All of this stuff I got to charge to make sure it's all good to go. And there's other stuff too. And I had this giant bag full of spares of everything in case it broke, because a lot of this stuff is so specialized you can't get it. It's kind of a mess, honestly, but it's all velcroed and it all works. We had 5 internet modems that go into this thing, a HDMI cable that would go in here into this camera. This is the chat camera. So, and it all goes into this, and that goes into a server. It's controlled by my like mobile app. You know, obviously I've fallen over a lot in cyclothons, and I brought a spare of everything. So even one of these like specialized streaming devices, I have another one of these. They're like $2,000 because I didn't want to be left in the middle of nowhere with not a spare one in case it broke somehow, you know? I could easily stream like 24 hours. How much weight does the bag weigh when it's all in together? Like 7 kilograms, 15 pounds. Did you ever find out why your tires kept popping? Because I don't know. I went over a nail. I don't know, man. I just got very unlucky. So yeah, everything was prepared. I was ready. And then we took the bullet train to Shimonoseki. And so that was like a 4.5-hour bullet train. It's a really long bullet train. Actually, a lot longer to cycle it though, as I found out. How much muscle did I gain? I gotta check. I was gonna go maybe tomorrow. Yeah, maybe tomorrow I was gonna go and check. My legs are definitely way more muscle. So anyway, day 1, cyclothon started. I was admittedly quite nervous, but we had made a conscious effort this time to put way more marketing into it, I guess is what you'd say, a promotion. You know, me and Chris filmed the Soak for Hope video because we just wanted people to know we were doing it and to show up. And this is the first time where I mentioned Tokyo Tower. That was something that was very difficult because Tokyo Tower normally just won't allow anyone to do that. But we got very lucky and Geeks worked very hard and somehow I'm able to convince them to let us have this finish at Tokyo Tower. I wonder if we'd ever be allowed to do it again. But day 1, I'm just going to go through the VODs. Day 1, we started in Shimonoseki. And obviously we had this amazing animation at the start of each stream. Also, I don't know if you guys realized, added scenes in later on. The last like 2 days of the cyclothon, we had extra scenes. But yeah, wow, 200,000 people have watched this 9-hour VOD, basically. Another thing we changed is the UI. We did the test stream with Rob right before this one. We tested a bunch of the tech out. We had this layout, right? Which is cool. I think it looks good. But it's too cluttered. I think this one works a lot better. So like you can see when it's working, the heart rate's there, calories burned, weather information. And it was someone on Reddit who gave the suggestion. But thank you to the user on Reddit who suggested the circle minimap. I think it looks so much better. And then also we got this animation made by Sam. We thought about starting in the station, but then I was like, we should start somewhere cool. And also, by the way, this place is 5 kilometers ahead of where you wanted to start. So we'd say 5 kilometers. Chris was like, all right, let's do it. And donations are coming in really fast. You can see even by 30 minutes in, we'd raised 21,000. But I remember this is where we got Chris was using his water bottle wrong or something. What the? Dude, it sounds so bad. What's that noise?
It's the sound it makes.
That cannot, mine doesn't make that sound, does it? We went to the strawberries, picked strawberries, which is a great little detour. Oh man, I got such good strawberries. Oh, okay. Oh my god. Oh, the strawberries are so good. Let's go for it. Look how nice that one is. Oh my god. What a beautiful monkey. Monkey? Strawberry. And then we went to Kokoichi. One of 2 that we did. Oh yeah, we went to look at the Longinus thing in the park. And then yeah, day 1 was pretty good. And by the end of it, we raised 76,000, I think, which was, it was a lot. What is that face? What the hell is that face, Connor? What the hell am I doing here? And this is the hotel we stayed in. Very easy to wake up in the morning, so we just had to go to the next one. And then day 2. The plan was to have guests join for 2 days. I also knew that the second day would be tough for guests. Thought that would be like a cool story for guests to have to like really work hard as well. And then day 2 was a problem because my tire went flat overnight. And so then I had to cycle on the guest bike, which was not comfortable. They didn't have the gel seat then. And this day was kind of tough. I remember there was some tough hills. We have to go up a big hill. I remember this day had like one big hill. Oh yeah, we were going up this giant hill. 90K, boy! I don't know, maybe it was after. What's the most replayed part? What is this?
Somebody just impressed at seeing 2 white people on a bike.
Yeah, there's a stream sniper, right?
Yo!
And
nice shirt,
rollerblading
man. You
uphill.
look cool, bro.
That's cool. This was a long day. I remember this one just took a while because my bike broke, then Chris's bike broke. And then we were just in the middle of nowhere. Up and down to this pasta restaurant. It was just like hidden away. And then there's like no signal here. Great pasta though. My man's cooked with it. The carbonara is so good. So good that Chris is dead. And we hadn't really done half the day yet. And I think that's why this day was so long because it was just a slog of a day. Yeah, dude, this bridge felt like a year ago. We had like a nice little hour detour. We just looked at the cherry blossoms, went over the bridge.
And it is awesome. It's pretty awesome.
It was nice. And by here, we'd raised 122,000, which that's like nuts. Wrapped today up just as it was getting a bit dark.
Well, not for long, hopefully.
Grant flew in this night. I remember we were exhausted though because we finished really late at 6:30. And then we went to this Italian restaurant nearby. The area was a giant military base. And there was a guy who followed us in his car. He had a really cool car. He had like an Audi A5 that was like matte black. So he like followed us to the parking lot we went to. And then he like following us to our hotel. And I kept trying to be like, hey man. But he knew which hotel we were staying at because we went in. I was like, I don't give a fuck hotel, whatever. And when we went to this Italian restaurant, we met this really like kind of big, chubby, but very talkative and really friendly and really nice. And he was talking to us. And he used to be a military contractor. And I felt bad for the guy because he seemed like he was kind of lonely. He said that like his wife was in a different country, but he was really, really nice. And he said that he was like the architect for the bases. And we were like, oh, that's neat. And he was like, yeah, man, we were printing money. I had so much money, but hey, at least there's all you can drink wine at this restaurant. Yeah, we all joked that it was Pete in like 15 years because he literally had Pete energy, but in a bit of a chubbier guy and a lot older. I wish Pete could have been there. It would have been like seeing like two magnetic poles try to like touch. It would have been fascinating. And Gaunt joined that night. Gaunt got in late, like 11 p.m., but we were already asleep. And then I heard the rain start and I woke up at like 6:30 a.m. and the rain was so bad, chat. I mean, you saw it on the stream. This is by far the worst rain we've ever had on any trip, I think. I can actually show you. I basically I wrapped like a ton of these around the camera and the wires and the mic. It's just literally just plastic. It's the only thing that kind of works. Yeah, and then this day was just absolute pain. Let's just do it before we get on our bikes, right?
At least you've got waterproof trousers here.
Yeah, we had waterproof stuff on that just doesn't work when you're in the rain this long. It doesn't look nearly as bad on camera as it feels in real life, man. It was 8 millimeters of rain. Is that a lot? It felt a lot. Look at this. And people were watching the stream. Maybe 8 centimeters? I think 8 centimeters. Yeah, I think 8 centimeters. It's so bad. It's kind of cozy, but my God. Dude, if I was chat, I'd have such a cozy time watching this, but being in this is awful. And then it kind of stopped. It was way less bad. Like, it was nice, right? Look at this. It's not too bad. It's like a little bit of pattering. And then it started picking back up. And then lunch was great. This is like our longest lunch by far because we were just trying to do anything but going back in the rain. This is such a good lunch. This is probably one of the best meals, if not the ramen. This okonomiyaki at a local place. Ian's recommendation. It was so good. Someone on one of the Reddits made a great visualization of the distance. Day 1, this is how many hills we had. Nothing. Day 2, a little bit. Day 3, a lot. So Gaunt had the hardest day up until that point. That's one. Lol. This is the day Gaunt joined. Day 1, literally nothing. We had literally no hills. You see day 2, Gaunt had this hill. And then obviously the next day for Gaunt was fantastic because we had just this, which is just downhill. It was a really short day, but Gaunt was struggling. I mean, rightfully so. The day before really took him out of it. And that night we went to like a local yakitori place and it was good. And we had beers. And that was one of the only times I drank on the trip. I felt so bad for Gaunt. We needed to have a beer after it. Very good bonding day. Obviously, I love and respect Gaunt as one of my best friends in life, but him doing that as well, I was like, oh man, this guy truly is a Giga Chad. So we did the intro on the next day, and the next day was really chill. We pretty much didn't cycle this day. I was worried about Gaunt. The cars kept trying to pass Gaunt. I was definitely getting a little worried about him. Because if you go too close in, you're kind of inviting people to overtake, which is good and bad. If you're like more experienced and you know you're like not gonna fall or anything, then it's fine, I guess. But when you're a bit inexperienced, if they think they can overtake, that's probably when it's like the most dangerous. There's a clip where Gaunt nearly, it looks pretty bad. Yeah, Gaunt's close shave, it's called. Oh, it is a little too close.
Oh, he's going for the shot. Oh my God.
I tried to tell Gaunt, but the guy just went for it. We had a really nice lunch of sushi. Why is this the most we played?
Area we're going. Another McDonald's.
No idea. Yeah, we got to Onomichi. We got there really early, which is good and bad because obviously we want to raise money. But finishing the cycle at 2:50 is not great for when all the time zones, right? And then we went to the cycle hotel, which I made a YouTube short on. I stayed here with my brother, and we stayed here again. It's so good, man. Dude, the breakfast is so good. Chatted for like an hour, and it was a very short day, but you know, we were still raised an incredible amount of money. Day 5, yeah, this is when Felix joined, and Felix brought a level of unhinged energy that was most certainly welcome. The reason why Felix wasn't able to join immediately is because Felix only wanted to be gone from Marzio and Bjorn for one night, you know, because they're still very young. Didn't want to leave them alone. And I think this was his first time leaving them for like one night, right? So it was a big deal. And obviously he had the grand reveal.
We got
What's up, gamer? I've been kidnapped!
Are you ready to cycle?
No, I'm not.
Why not?
I did dog shit.
There was so many clips, obviously, because it's the first time a lot of people had seen Felix do any live stream stuff like this in a while. I know he's done a live stream recently and stuff, but he was just so great. And he brought such an unhinged energy where it was most certainly welcome. Obviously decorated my bike.
Yes! That looks good. Oh my God. How are you gonna raise $1 million with this bed?
I guess he was right. He called it. He pimped my bike out. Like, he was always doing whatever he could to talk to chat, which was so fun. He was just great. He really gave it his all, and I really appreciate that. I mean, there's a reason why he's the GOAT, right? And then we had Kokoichi, where he convinced me into getting level 20, which was pretty bad. It was such a good day. We went to the park. Oh my god, the park was so fun. And I broke the kids' park. We had the moment where Chris went down the slide. So Chris was going up, and I noticed that at the bottom there was a bunch of water, and I was going to say something.
Okay, don't tell him.
Like that. See, I was about to say into a pile of, and I cut myself off when I realized. I was like, oh, Chris isn't going to go down it if I tell him.
Let's go, Chris! What fun looks like.
Yay! Yay! Yay!
Oh, grown man having a time of their life in the park. I think chat's mind was blown when we did this the first time. They were like, what the heck? We had a really nice cycle along the bullet train. And then this day, raised 2.6 near the end of the day. What did we eat that night? I forgot what we ate. Oh, we were in Okayama. That was so weird. The station was so confusing. We went to like this weird restaurant in a mall. Then we got gelato. That was nice though. That was the day I had a giant bowl of fried chicken, that was. And then day 6, we went to Himi Castle. Obviously, this was a lot longer for Felix to cycle. It was also like way more hills. So it wasn't that fun.
We're like in the middle of nowhere right now.
Oh yeah, we had this really nice lunch at the giant shogayaki. That was really good. And then I had so much food. When did he lube the seats? Yeah, and then after we started cycling, getting on with the day, it was kind of not really a fun cycle, but obviously we had some good moments. And then Felix started lubing up bike seats. I didn't see when he lubed mine though. Oh yeah, this is when Chris realized this.
Why is it on my brake?
He's a menace. He is a menace. Damn Felix. Lubing up my bike, huh? Saw the castle, took a really nice picture. It was really good. It was really awkward because there were a lot of fans there for Felix. And it was kind of bad because we were like, we were trying to just get out of there.
What do you mean?
And so it was just kind of awkward. I remember that we had to like kind of tell people like, sorry, we gotta go. What a cool castle.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What? Are you okay?
He laughed at me the day after. When I turned, I pointed the camera to make sure I got it, and he was like, he's making fun of me for that. There was some hills there. I mean, compared to day 5, which he had to do, you can see here, was absolutely flat. I think we even did this hill for him. And this was actually a really eventful day. Like, there's a lot of stuff that happened here. Despite having to cycle through Kobe, which was horrible and mountainous, we had the sweet old lady who encouraged us. Toru, obviously. And the old lady was asking how many kilometers he's cycling, and he thought she was asking about weight. She keeps saying that we're like, kakkoi, so cool, so cool. Chris goes, we're going to Tokyo. She goes, you can't do that. You have stamina. Oh. Kakkoi. So that was the end of it, and she started running after us. She was like saying, let's go. And then we met Toru that day. You guys loved Toru to death. The clip was 120,000. And we were keeping up with him, and I just thought, you know, I'm just gonna say hi. He was like really impressed with the live stream, and we were just having a good time. And then he offered to take us all the way to Osaka Station, which was very helpful. And he was a super chill guy. We found out his name. When we crossed the road, he was cycling, and we like fist bumped. Oh, it doesn't show it in this clip. While we were crossing that road, we like fist bumped.
Is there a donation goal to have you play the critically acclaimed MMORPG?
1 million and I'll play it.
I didn't think we'd get 1 million. Alright, okay. Thanks, guys. And day 7, although it was like not like the hills weren't bad, it was just long. It was so long. And then we did the IRL in the evening, where I left you guys with Pete. Pete joined, and he had this epic entrance.
Where are we going?
Oh my god.
My, look at this guy.
Final boss battle. $360,000. I wish I could say I was impressed, but I know that there's more.
Bless Pete. He was so upset that he was sick because he had a little bit of a sore throat. He was so annoyed about it, and I feel so bad for him because I was like, man, don't worry about it, man. Just having you here it's great. And then Pete took you guys over for a little while. I think I was pretty quick. I went to the hotel, and our hotel was accidentally a little further away than we intended it to be. And then we had like a ton of snipers. Some of them are just strange. But we went to this bar, and it was really fun, and the street fighters. And then they started just fighting in the street in front of us. Why? I don't know. They just felt like fighting for some reason. They're just fighting in the street. I know they asked if I wanted to join, and I was like, no, I'm good. I got a cycle. It was a good day. If I do it again, I'll definitely do another IRL like that. That was very fun. I was definitely tired the next day because I was just up so late. But we started with pizza. Went to Hugh's Pizza, which is great. Shout out to Hugh for just letting us. I think Hugh doesn't normally open on the Monday we were there, but he opened up just for us. I had this great clip where I telepathically read Mouse's mind.
I want pizza.
I might need another slice after these two.
Pizza.
There you go. I am Mouse. I know you very much like. There you go. There you go.
Oh, carb loading has never been so decadent.
How did you know I wanted pizza?
Telepathy. I took a bite and I was like, I bet Mouse is probably saying on stream that she wishes she could have a bite. I thought, okay, I'll do it then. It was awesome. But I remember after eating that, I just couldn't cycle. It was this day here. So you can just see it was like, it was not too bad. And then it was just vertical. It was tough. Never been to Nara. So this is my first time going and
How you doing?
we got to see some of the deers that did not want to talk to me. Somebody was kind enough to give us almonds. I don't know if they were watching the stream or they were just a passerby who could notice that I really wanted to feed them. And I got given some almonds by this very kind individual.
That's so kind. Oh, okay. Oh my god, he bowed.
Yep.
Okay, double bow, triple bow. Okay, I got it. Okay, fine.
Oh, that's so cute. Bless them. He gobbled them up right away.
Hi, real quick. You guys are doing great work.
And Pete also learned about pegging the stream, which is, he thought it was planking. And then day 9, Natsuki joined us halfway through. Day 9 was tough. Day 9 was very tough, as you can see. These are all the hills before, but day 9 is like, oh my god, this hill. I remember this hill. And the bitrate was so bad because we were just in the middle of nowhere. I had to like walk on my tiptoes. Look at that. And so it's like really bad for chat. And I feel bad, you know, because we want donations. Look at that. Just unwatchable. I wondered what these things mean, the 2, 3, and 4. I didn't really know what they meant. Hill ranking? Oh. And I think it was a pretty big cycle that day. Then Natsuki joined us here, got off the bike here, and then got on here. So we did the lunch, and then Natsuki started doing Natsuki things, going around topless in the parking lot. One of my favorite clips from this is just Natsuki doing this. He's just smoking right before he's about to do cardio. And I think one of Chris's favorite clips, I think I was eating ice cream to Natsuki, and I go, like, Natsuki, do you like ice cream? He's like, no, men don't eat sweet things. I was like, what? Drink and smoke. I was like, okay. Natsuki cycled. He did like another 10K or 20K. It was a good amount. And then lit one up. And then he left us to do the hill. Check Pete's POV.
No. You have to donate more.
What the fuck? What a weird POV.
Oh my god! What did you just do? What did you just
It's such a Looney Tunes sound of the crash.
do?
It's so funny.
Oh my god!
It's so funny. It's so funny. Oh my god. The sound is so funny.
Oh my god! What did you just do?
It's so funny. Oh my god, day 10. I mean, day 10, Natsuki cycled with us. It was kind of an uneventful start, really. It was a really slow start this day. I remember this day was like really boring. I mean, it was totally flat, but Nagoya as a city was just so to cycle around. It was really miserable, like truly just not fun. And we went to this ramen restaurant, and this ramen was amazing. Oh, it was so good. The ramen. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. And then obviously Ian just mentioned Legoland, and everyone was like, Legoland? Let's go. So we went to Legoland.
Well, they did.
It was great because there was I was worried that we wouldn't be able to get in because normally theme parks are really strict with filming, but when we got to the entrance there was signs just saying like no tripods. Normally that means okay, cool, filming's good, just don't be a dick, don't like plop down and block people's view. And holy shit, I didn't know how good the miniatures were. We went to Miniland. Dude, Miniland was crazy. Seeing all this stuff, how like crazy well done it was yeah, it was nuts. Cool. How long did this take? How many man hours? And they had a bullet train going around Tokyo. They got like Tokyo Station there, Marunouchi. Like, everything looks so good.
It's like paragliders over there.
So cool, man. And look at the detail on all this, and all this is Lego. We went on this ride. Chris is loving it. I've never seen him so happy. And then we went back to the cycle, and the rest of the cycle was really boring. It was really shit. The only logistical problem we had, right, is that this was the original, if you look at the right column too, we had a hotel in each one of these places, right? From day 10 onwards, which is this day, we did not finish in any of these places except for Tokyo Tower. And we also realized that you probably can't cycle 95K. Yes, I can. You can now, Pete. You can now. We had booked hotels in all of these places, and all of them were like non-refundable. At the start of the cyclothon, we would finish stream, and it'd be like a 2-minute drive to the hotel. But by the end of it, it was like a 40-minute drive from where we were finishing, which just adds a lot of time, right? It makes people everyone has to wake up early, everyone gets less time to themselves, everyone's got to work longer hours, which was not ideal, so that we could make the next day easier to make the last day easier. But that meant like this is a 40-minute drive to the hotel. We were originally supposed to start in Shizuoka and cycle all the way to Totema, and that was going to be a tough day. To make the next day really easy, there's a big hill here. We were like, let's go to Matsuda. And then I thought, you know what, why don't we try and go to Hadano? We got this extra 15k here. It made going from Okitsu to Hadano 95k or something, which is quite a long time. Problem was is that the hotels were booked here in Gotemba, and this is like a 1-hour drive that the crew had to do. There was one hotel that was a super old that had like 2 rooms left available only in Hadano. You know, because me and Chris have been cycling all day. At least that me and Chris could sleep here, so we managed to do that. And this was day 13. I love this video. This video was so funny.
Got it. What did he was
The
like,
single best clip of the day.
what did he was like,
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Broad stroke, someone says. Day 12.
welcome.
Dude, I have such bad bruises from the swing. But at least we got a great clip.
Whoa!
He's dead.
It's fun. Day 12. Look how ridiculous that hill is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no, this is so anxious.
See what's in, see what's in, see what's in!
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
shoot. Holy shit. That's so close. That kid nearly knew awakening.
See what's in! Jesus Christ!
I've never heard Pete earnestly say Jesus Christ like that.
See what's in! Jesus Christ!
That's the one time I've ever heard Pete say Jesus Christ like that. I was cool under pressure. And obviously, yeah, Mudan showed up, which is a great little surprise. I knew Mudan was going to show up at some point. I just didn't know when. And he had just the sickest ride. And so I was genuinely surprised.
Wrong side. Oh, what are you doing here?
And then we finished it up, and I felt really bad this day. I don't know, I was beating myself up this day because I felt like I didn't do a good job, and I should never say that on stream. I shouldn't have said on stream that I was doing a bad job. I feel like that sets a bad precedent. Day 13 is just this. I don't know what the numbers mean. I know 1 is like steepness, but like 3, 2, oh, of the day. Steepest hills of the day, if there was any steep hills. Oh, how hard the climb is. Oh, it's Strava numbers. Oh. What is it? What? I've never seen this. Didn't know this. At this point, we were very, like, not near anything. 2.5 hours of just hill. And, like, through cool-ass areas like this. Cyclathon 1 was so much easier in comparison. But I guess we were a lot more new to cycling back then. And Cyclathon 2 just had way more hills in general. But, like, these annoying hills, really, like, they really wear you out. Because you're constantly having to use energy to get up that hill. And it's better to have, like, one big one, I think. I'd rather have one big one than all these little annoying ones down here. Oh, no, this is day 2.
Oh my god.
He did the sex the whole tunnel. And then, like, it was going well. We had lunch in the back of a car because there was literally no restaurants. And I thought it was quite fun. We did the little auction that was great. Oh, yeah, and Pete was celebrating. That was so
we
funny.
can't be loud, but internally I'm freaking out. Okay.
This looks so much like Wales. I can't really, like, describe it.
Wales, it looks like this.
I said that. Okay, thanks, Connor. I know I said that. I know I said that live, but okay. We have this, like, really cool road in Wales that, like, if you ever go to north to south, you can drive through the mountains. And it's really, really beautiful and stunning. That thing went right in my tire and popped it. Not a nail. It looks like a staple. Oh, this is the scary part. This is so scary. And we were trying to figure out what to do. And we were also hitting milestones while doing it, so I'm like, oh god. Because Google Maps, for some reason, taken us down here, and it was okay to cycle all the way to here up until this point. It was just weird. It was just a very scary place to be. Chris was getting worried and impatient, and I was like, we should wait. We should wait for the van. Just wait for the van. So it was all right in the end. 10-minute window where it went from, like, you can see stuff to pitch black.
Annoying because, like, the tires are great, and just, like, you just go on the wrong thing, right? See my thing?
And I couldn't see chat. So I had no idea we were about to hit 700,000. I couldn't celebrate. The objective of every day was to not cycle in the dark. And the only reason I think that we were okay with doing it is because we basically got into the city before it fully got dark. So you see, like, we're still cycling into the town here.
So fast.
And we just about got in the town in time, which is great. And then we managed to make it. I don't know, which was a really weird station. Very weird place. And then the final day, which was kind of like a victory lap. It was a 70-kilometer cycle. I think it ended up being because we chose the biking route. And Pete joined the entire time. Giga Chad. Originally, Pete was going to do this day and the day before, but I'm very glad we decided not to make Pete do the day before. You know, last cyclothon, we peaked at like 35 towards the end, and that was insane to me at the time. All those bumps of raiders who are very kind. Twitch sent me an email saying we peaked at like, I think it was 60,000, just about. We were on front page on some territories and countries as well. And I guess people just really wanted me to play Final Fantasy, is what I took from this. And then obviously, as we got to it, we changed to the other camera. And it was really unfortunate because, like, for some reason, the bag just died. Like, it worked, but Pete's speech was cut out. I have a feeling that maybe one of the modems wasn't working and one of them might have unplugged, which didn't help. But obviously, at the time, I couldn't fix it. But the rest of it worked. It was just a little scuff. Pete broke the stream with his amazing announcement.
Gentlemen!
And also, when we hit 1 million, chat was like spamming in the chat channel points. I remember that. The VOD enjoyers can't see it. Pete kept staying behind. I was like, Pete, come with us. You're part of this, man. I don't think he did it intentionally. That was also super nerve-wracking when they were shouting Connor. I was like, and I didn't really know any. Oh, this is funny when Chris did this. And I didn't really know anything. So I knew that we were going to have the big gate. I knew we were going to have the podium. That was all I knew. I didn't know about anything else. Yeah, you didn't want to cut it. But I was like, oh, don't worry about it. And Pete was hyping up the crowd. He did such a good job, bless him. He always does a great job. And Pete was trying to let us have, like, the spotlight, but I was like, no, Pete, you're a part of this, man. Come up. And I know Pete was just trying to be, Pete was being humble.
Oh my god. What is this?
I think Pete was also trying to hand the camera off.
I would like to introduce to you.
I was just trying not to tear up because, you know, it was such an emotional moment. I was just trying not to cry.
We raised over $1 million in donations.
I didn't know that Emily was going to be there. I knew Kaho was going to be there because Kaho texted me, told me she was going to be there. But I didn't know Emily was going to be there, and I was super shocked. I didn't know Rob was going to be there too, which is great to see Rob there.
Mr. CDawgVA!
And I wanted to thank everyone. It's hard to remember when you're up somewhere, like, the list of, like, people you want to thank, but, you know, everyone, so many people help make these events happen, right?
Stop! Okay, continue. This cyclothon was the single greatest thing that I have ever been a part of in my entire life.
That's when I was like, the tears nearly, like, I was like, oh, I'm gonna cry now when he said that. I didn't know when Emily was gonna do it. I was like, how long should I keep talking until they're gonna come up? And I was like, I'll just...
Wait, what is that?
And I saw Kaho was there.
What is this?
I was so hyped seeing Kaho. Pete absolutely drenched me. Pete absolutely destroyed me.
Good alcohol.
Oh my god, he drank like the whole thing.
I'm done.
Let's get down, let's get down. All right.
Is that how he cut off? That's so funny. And then Rob too. I was like, oh my god. The gang, we all went out for a little celebratory drink at the end. 8 p.m. I went home. And I was really tired and I slept and woke up again at like 6 because my body is so used to waking up at 6. And then, yeah, that was it really. My first thought as a streamer was, how the fuck am I ever going to top this? Like, how do I top this? And next RV trip, I haven't even started thinking about another RV trip yet, but I want to do another one. And thank you to everyone who, just everything, just everything. Genuinely, thank you guys. Thank you. Take care, guys. Bye.